Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to Armored Warfare. Today I actually have a really good game for you in terms of probably the best game I've had in PvP to date. I recently unlocked the Fox, the armoured fighting vehicle, which has been annoying me the last few weeks of playing Armored Warfare because of those lovely 2 ATGMs it gets on the upgraded well, it's an upgrade. You don't get the 2 ATGMs as standard. But those 2 ATGMs have very, very nice high damage and good pen. Of course, against composite armor and just really thick armor, it won't do too much. But for instance, on lower plates of T-72s, it will do some good damage. Anyway, we've got ourselves into a tier 6 game in the tier 5 Fox, and I forget the name of this map, but it's the one with a central village, circular village, and it's an encounter game, meaning the capture zone is in that town. You can see at the bottom right there's that square in the middle of the square. Anyway, oh yeah, just ignore the chat on the left. It goes off all game pretty much of that guy in the Tafen 2 having a moan. Nice camera rating until just then when we get spotted by the other Fox. The Fox is very good at recon. When it's stationary it has full view range, I think. Well, when I say full view range, according to the circle on the minimap. As it is wheeled, it does bounce all over the damn place, so it's relatively hard to control if you're relatively new to playing it like myself. I spent a bit of free experience on getting the upgraded armament package with the ATGMs. As stock, you just get the 30mm gun, and that shell just went into the ground. Brilliant. So at the beginning of this match I was thinking this has not gone too well. Oh yeah, and it has ridiculous elevation with the gun, as you may have just seen. Anyway, yeah, it hadn't gone too well at this point. There were 4 enemies around here. 3 of them were pushed past me, and there's the 4th one. Chieftain puts his shell into the ground. It does turn very quickly, and when I get more used to it I think that will be quite a decent advantage. It is a very small vehicle, and deep water will... well, a lot of water is a lot deeper than I imagined, like that little bit there. However, it is quick enough to get out of there, has very good engine power. From a distant range like that, it's quite hard to hit, and we're also getting hit by an enemy Fox, which is using the high explosive. He's also got the fully upgraded high explosive, as you can tell by the little orange star. I myself don't, so we're going to see how this goes. I fire AP the majority of this game, but you may well have noticed I've managed to push past the enemy lines. I've now got behind them, and Tafen 2s have very little armor, and those nice free shells go in very easily. While we were stationary, we also spotted that chieftain from earlier, who has realised that we are coming. ATGM's loaded. First one unfortunately just hits his track, but the second, there it is, goes in for 500 damage. Very nice indeed. And you can really augment the amount of damage you do with every clip available. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite like that, because only 4 of them penned him. And then you can load 2 missiles. There he goes. Begler Panzer destroyed. Fantastic. That is our second kill. Up to 1500 damage done thus far. Wait until we're not spotted anymore. And I noticed there's a Leopard 2 AV over there, fighting against our chieftain. Slow fire allows us to have a fully aimed reticule. We're reloading our 30mm gun. Missile is loaded. don't really want to fire at the side. Well, I do now, but then I have to disengage and try and loop it round because that chieftain gets in the way. However, he gets himself destroyed. Still got one more missile ready. Hopefully this could do some good damage. Going to hit the back of the turret. Nope, no penetration. That was unfortunate. We would have been able to kill him then and there. However, come on. Ah, missed. The 30mm is not the most accurate. M60 rear, not very strong, but the turret, again, stronger than that of the hull. Managed to get 230 damage in though. Teams relatively equal at the moment, 8-7. Still worried about that chieftain though. We've also taken wheel damage, but it's been repaired, so it's not too much of a bother. We also have another wheel, so only Fox has spotted us. He stays still too long. His shells don't penetrate us. Chieftain does, however. Knocks out 2 of our wheels. Probably an overpen. The armour isn't very good at all. Fortunately, bounced off the upper plate of the enemy M60 that we saw earlier. The Fox, by the way, is a very, very fast vehicle indeed. Top speed of 104 kilometers an hour according to the stats. Although I've only reached 80 before I had to turn. But I can see why it does get that top speed. Or how it can achieve that top speed. Missiles are loaded, even if the reticule on the left there is a bit buggered. And initially when I got the Fox I thought I don't really have that much ammo, 192 AP loaded and 48 HE, but it is enough. Especially considering the damage is roughly 100. Anywhere between 90 and 120 I think, for each shell. Multiplied by that by 6 and that's a decent amount of damage. Couple of shots in, they miss, or rather they hit the ERA, but we do get one good shell into the T-72, who was giving us his flat angle. We are spotted, but not fully. They've changed the spotter indicator, and now we're unspotted. Pull out again. He can't see us because we have such great camera rating, and MBTs, especially the T-72, doesn't have a good view range. And there's the lower plate. Target destroyed. Fantastic. That has happened to me before. You may have seen my T-72 video where I was bemused at the fact that someone could easily put 2 ATGMs into my lower plate. But now I have the Fox, I can understand how easy this is. Again, the second missile wasn't brilliant. And there goes that chieftain. It's now 3 versus 1. Enemy chieftain is on the west flank. And this game is a little edgy. I'm on relatively low health, 303 health. The Leopard 1A5, a vehicle I don't actually own just yet. I'm still on the OF40. Not really a fan of the OF40, it does have good turret armor. But the whole frustrated that you just get hit by heat repeatedly from the front. And so I haven't really played it, but I will. I am enjoying Armoured Warfare a lot recently. Having a bit of a losing streak in modern tanks, so playing Armoured Warfare will suffice for now. Up to 5 kills. My highest yet, and 3,294 damage. Which is not too bad either. Now, the chieftain could be anywhere along this flank. He could be in our base by. The chieftain is slow, but it isn't that slow. You can see we got up to about 80 kilometers there before I stopped. Stopping, like I said before, increases your view range by 80 meters to full view range, or as good as it can be anyway. Typhon 2 still in the game. tells us we should cap. And to be honest, that's probably a good idea, because in hindsight, I shouldn't have gone racing and trying to find him, because we only have 4 minutes on the clock. It takes it a lot longer to cap the base on your own in Armored Warfare compared to that on World of Tanks. 4 minutes on the clock. If the Leopard who is capping isn't interrupted, he will be able to cap in time. Chieftain seems to have moved on. And here is where I make a critical fail. There's a hill there. Oh, Christ, I've just knocked out all of my wheels and my driver. And so now I repair the wheels and the driver, because I need my maneuverability in this thing, especially because I'm on 49 hit points. If I didn't do that, I probably would have had a better chance later on. That may have been a little bit of a spoiler, but anyway, the other friendly, the T-72, has gone down to the Chieftain, who has managed to go all the way around and is now about to harass this Leopard. The Leopard is in a defensive location. He is trying to secure the cap behind a lot of cover. And I don't really want to face a Chieftain from the front, so I go all the way round. I have enough speed, don't have enough health, however, and I have been spotted. But I don't think he's quite noticed me. Only managed to get 3 out of 6 in, which is unfortunate, but we still get a bit more damage in there. I don't think I've actually mentioned the reload is just under 7 seconds for these 6 shells. Now, I've loaded missiles, and as you saw earlier, they did 500 damage, roughly, for each missile. Chieftain doesn't have brilliant side armor, and it's also a big target. So I'm going to wait for him to cross. I just realised then he could have taken a shot at me, but I'm very lucky not to die then and there. What would you do in this situation? Would you go and rush him? Oh, there he is. Come on. I should have fired the missile half a second earlier. There is a travel time, of course. And if I did, I probably would have hit him for a huge amount of damage. Still got 1 more missile loaded, so we can still do this.
Identify target.
There he is. Oh, he's facing this way. Pull back. The Leopard isn't engaging him. You reload the missiles. He's now left the cap circle because you saw it momentarily pause. There he is. They exchange fire. 1 shell goes a bit too slow. There he is. He is worried about me. He has got good surroundings, visual awareness. Come on, Leopard, can you help me out here? And now this is where I make a critical fail. I decide to stop. I should have kept going. I managed to get 200 damage in, but some destroyed rubble is not good enough cover. And I can't secure the 6th kill. That was really frustrating. However, this Leopard has enough health. He's on 900 health. That guy's on 400. He's just fired. Leopard is pulling forward. Shoots him in the lower plate. Chieftain has notoriously bad frontal armor for the hull. I thought he was going to hit him in the turret then, but thankfully the shell does penetrate. And we win that game. So that was probably my best game in the Fox to date. And in Armored Warfare in general, for a PvP game. Let's see what we got at the end. And there we go. Almost 3,000. Ace Tanker. My first Ace Tanker badge. Only need to get 5 kills as opposed to 6. Sorry, that's not even the right thing. A Top Gun, there's 6 kills in World Tanks. And 5 kills in Armored Warfare is an ace tanker, so a little bit of confusion, but all well. Top on the team on damage and XP. Very enjoyable to play indeed. So, tell me your thoughts on the Fox. I quite like it, as well you can well imagine. And as always, I've been Geogen, this has been Armoured Warfare in the Fox, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.